You know what time it is. It's Monday. It's the day after Dexter. The day after Dexter. And we are back to do a recap on the Dexter New Blood. But first, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out merch in the description. I'm going to put some Dexter New Blood t-shirts up there this week. So check those out. If you follow the link on Etsy, there are coupon codes on Etsy if you want to save a couple bucks on some t-shirts for Christmas. There's still plenty of time to get them there. We got 12 days to Christmas. We got plenty of time to get them there. But let's get right into it. This was a good episode for a lot of reasons. We had a lot of development happen here, right? Because at the end of last week, we saw where Angela saw the picture of Dexter in the obituary, which was, I was like, man, how in the hell is he going to explain this? Right? Like, you were, first of all, a completely different person and apparently dead. So I thought they did a really good job with his reaction, we'll call him Jim, Jim's reaction to her knowing about it. Like, he didn't go overboard. He was very controlled. He kind of checked his anger a little bit and his freak out. I mean, he was going to freak out, but he stayed pretty calm. You know, a little bit more of the old Dexter in him. And then the explanation was pretty good. I gotta be honest, it was pretty good. Like, I believed it. It's like, okay, let's just go back to that time in Dexter's life. Like, what would you do? So your wife gets killed by a serial killer. You find her with your son. That's super traumatic. Your sister gets shot and dies. Everyone around you is dying. So, you know, yeah, granted, he driving the boat into the hurricane was kind of stupid. But let's just say, you know, he lived and just wanted to go out. I mean, obviously, I think here's the thing that they didn't tell us at the end of the original series. Did he want to die? Or did he want to fake his death? Because if he wanted to die, him just driving out the hurricane makes perfect sense. If he wanted to fake his death, it's kind of hard to get out from the ocean, right? Like, it's not an easy place to just like, well, oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. 2 miles out in the freaking ocean. So I like it. I like the story that he gave her. I think it's believable. I don't know that Angela is going to come around and forgive him for that, because she's like she said, it's like a different person, but that's good. Like, she should know this new version of him. So I liked it. I thought they did a very good job of explaining. I also really liked the Harrison angle this week, where we see a little bit more of the dark side of Harrison, because we're not really getting a glimpse at it. Harrison seems to want to fit in well, but we saw this time where, you know, he kind of skipped the therapy session, went and talked to old Kurt. Good man Kurt, gotta be a good dude. Over there murdering up every woman he can find. He finds Kurt. Kurt gives him a job. Dexter did not like Kurt. Dexter's like, I don't know what's wrong with this dude, but something's not right with him. So I get it. You know, Harrison comes back and does all these chores and tries to be good, and Dexter's like, well, you know, whatever. And then they kind of have it out over this. So Harrison going and talking to Angela's daughter and saying that he wants to hurt people all the time. All he does is think about it. And then they bond over this connection. I thought that was kind of a good play on it. But obviously, I think his darkness is a little bit deeper than just daddy issues. But says he doesn't remember her mom dying, but she was really young. I don't see how he would remember it. So it's very interesting. It's an interesting play on what's happening. And then him staying over the night with the daughter. Man, look, they're kids, man. They're young, like 15 or something. They don't need to be. I don't think this show needs any like young teenage sex in it. This is my opinion. Like, they could just be making out or something. That's fine. We don't have to go down this road. So you have that happening, and then you have the wrestling match and the counseling session. Dexter picks him up, goes to counseling. It's like, hold on to your seats for this one. Let's just find out how jacked up you are real fast. And Harrison's got some problems, and it was I think the way that they handled it was very, very good. I think the way that they wrote it out and, you know, allowed Jim to just kind of sit there and just be like, oh, shit. And then lock himself up a little bit. But still, like, he wants to tell Harrison, but he doesn't want to ruin Harrison. So he's got this internal struggle, obviously, where Deb plays the internal struggle of him wanting to open up a little bit, but wants to have like a normal life. So I get it. I do. But Harrison's never had a normal life, right? Like, Never. Like, just Google Hannah McKay, Harrison, like, find out who your freaking stepmom was. She was kind of a crazy person for a little bit. She killed some people. So I liked that. And then the wrestling match, I knew he was going to break that kid's arm. The second I saw that, I was like, he's going to snap this kid's arm just to jack him. I don't think it was really Kurt pushing him to do it. I think it was just a little sign of like that inner demon inside of him coming out. So then you have Angela on the hunt for Matt because Matt's clearly not there. She thinks she thinks there's something going on with Kurt. And I think that's really going to be the telltale sign of this whole little mini series is she's going to be on a Kurt. She goes into the caves, and we're like, dude, there's no way you're climbing down this cave on a rope. There's no freaking way. How are you going to get back out of it? Seems crazy. But she ends up finding her childhood friend. Come on. Of all people to find down in the cave, her. I don't know. So that was interesting. She freaked out. She reached out to Jim and said she needs Dexter. So I think that was a cool way to portray that. And then you had a lot happen this whole episode. You've got the murder fucking kill woman over there. The podcaster about to get murked by Kurt. For sure. Kurt was like, load her up. Let's go. Come check out my cool basement. And then Dexter just saves the day. Oh, that was crazy. I thought for sure he was going to let Kurt put her in there, but he just shows up. Because how do you explain that? Oh, it's just randomly driving by this freaking cabin in the woods and saw some people down here. Figured I'd come check it out. I don't know. I liked it. I liked the way he busted through the door and was just like, oh, well, this place is really nice. Wow, well, no Matt. Super cool. Also a camera. You murdered a lot of people down here. I get it. We just see this real evil side of Kurt. So I like it. I don't know. I like the way that the whole series so far is going. I am slightly bummed. That was episode 6. So we only have 7, 8, 9, 10 left. They have 4 episodes left, and then we're back to living our life without that. But so far, it's been phenomenal. The show has been extremely well written, especially for bringing in pretty much an all-new cast, right? You only have really Dexter and Deb are the only two that come out there. I mean, Harrison's a new kid, so I think they've done an exceptional job. I like all the characters. I don't want to see the show end. I think it can keep going, if they wanted to keep making it. There's obviously they can't chase a new serial killer in this town all the time, so I get it. But I think it's fun. I even think even without the serial killer element, it's fun. I think the show's still interesting. Just life after being a serial killer. I think there's interesting segments of that too. So we'll see what happens. But I loved it. I can't wait to watch it again. The next episode, I'm going to put up some Dexter New Blood shirts. If you want to get some cool Dexter shirts, check the link in the description. And I'll see you guys later.